Don't look up. When Aiden Campbell vanished in Graveyard Fields, the town of Brevard, North Carolina, barely blinked. He was just another name added to the wall at the ranger station. Lost hikers, careless tourists, nature statistics. But his sister Ellie didn't believe in accidents. And after what she found in the woods, she never slept again. Graveyard Fields was glowing that morning. Not metaphorically, actually glowing. Ellie had driven up the Blue Ridge Parkway before dawn, hoping to beat the crowds. She parked at the overlook by milepost 48.8, the chilled mountain air biting her lungs as she slung on her pack. Beneath the overlook, the mile-high valley lay quiet. Mist coiled around the naked stumps dotting the landscape, those old moss-covered relics that gave the place its name. It looked like the earth had tried to bury something and given up halfway. She descended the steps, past the trail map, past the vault toilets that stank even in the cold. Her boots met the old asphalt path. No other cars, no bird song, just the hum, that faint vibration just under her feet. Aiden had disappeared here a week ago. 27, Army vet, survivalist. He wasn't the type to vanish without a trace. He'd texted Ellie the morning of his hike. Found a cave, GPS acting up, coming back before dark. Love you. That was the last anyone heard from him. Ellie followed the loop trail, scanning every ridge and gully. Her brother had camped illegally in rougher places. She checked behind fallen logs, deep ruts worn into the trail, anything that might hide a body. When she reached the Lower Falls Spur Trail, she paused. The trees swayed unnaturally here, not side to side, but in a slow circular motion. She took the spur. Halfway down the descent to the falls, she heard it, a choked scream, then silence. She bolted toward it, crashing through rhododendrons, ignoring the social trail warnings, heart hammering. And that's when she found Aiden's phone, sitting in the center of a clearing. No blood, no torn clothing, just his phone, face up, screen cracked, battery 3%. The last photo open, a blur of trees, then a pinpoint of white light in the sky. Then, she turned off the screen, but something was wrong. The ground beneath the phone was melted, grass fused into black glass. Around it, the trees leaned outward, away from the center, bark split as if scorched from inside. Ellie looked up, and the sky blinked. No, not blinked, flickered, like bad video footage. And then she saw the hole. Not a hole in the clouds. A perfect sphere, darker than the surrounding sky, swallowing the daylight. No sound, no wind, no animals, just her heartbeat and the rising pitch in her ears. And then it moved, straight down. She ran. Not down the trail, not toward the falls. She sprinted blindly uphill, crashing into brambles, hands tearing on bark, the world vibrating like a struck tuning fork. The air thickened. Her limbs slowed, like moving through syrup. Her vision blurred. Then it stopped. Silence returned like a slap. The sky was normal. The trees stood still. Birds chirped. No trace of the hole. Ellie stumbled back to the overlook, bloodied and dazed. Two hikers passed her, without comment. When she tried to speak, no sound came out. She didn't report the phone. She didn't mention the scorch mark. Instead, she drove home, took a long shower, and opened Aiden's last video, the one right before the photo. It was only 2 seconds long. In those 2 seconds, Aiden's camera spun wildly, catching flashes of tree limbs, and then something else. A shape between the trunks. 12 feet tall, faceless, glowing with a color her brain refused to name. A single hand, long and jointless, reached down toward the lens. Then the video ended. She showed it to a friend in digital forensics. He handed the phone back with a pale face. There's no metadata. It's like it recorded itself. 3 months later, Ellie went back. Couldn't help it. Obsession is like a fire that eats you alive. She brought 4 GoPros, a thermal drone, 2 GPS units, and a handheld radiation counter. She didn't tell anyone. She parked at the overlook just before dusk. The trail was empty, too cold, too late in the year. Perfect. She followed Aiden's path to the clearing. The ground was still melted. This time, there was something buried in the glassy soil. A boot. She knelt, trembling, and pulled. It came free with a wet pop, still laced, still warm. Aiden's initials on the tongue. That's when her GPS started screaming. Altitude, 1,184 feet. Then it blinked. No signal. Ellie looked up. The sky didn't flicker this time. It opened, like a mouth. What came next was not found on any camera. The GoPros all failed. The drone never returned. Her car was discovered 2 days later at the overlook. Doors locked, keys in the ignition, battery dead. Inside her backpack, zipped tight, a photo, undeveloped, Polaroid style. Park rangers developed it. It showed a woman, silhouetted, standing in the middle of a scorched clearing. Her face was turned upward. A long shadow loomed over her from above. No visible source. Her mouth was open, not screaming, smiling. They never found Ellie Campbell. But every now and then, hikers report strange lights above Graveyard Fields. A persistent hum beneath the trail, melted patches in the soil. One man claimed he saw 2 silhouettes watching him from the trees. Both turned and walked into the air and vanished.